What's up, guys? Hey, welcome to Project Renaissance Man, episode 21. What I'm going to be talking about tonight is I'm going to be giving some advice, actually, 6 pointers on how you can uh, get out of a rut from having just been dumped or having concluded a relationship that didn't end too well. And so these are 6 ways that you can accelerate the road to recovery when it comes to breakups. So the very first one is to regularly partake in activities and remain consistent in doing so. So if you, for example, you love soccer and the YMCA has soccer every Thursday night, be sure to go every Thursday night. That way you have something to look forward to. It has no connection with the girl you were with, so long as she hadn't been involved in the league with you. If that's the case, find a different hobby that has no connection to her whatsoever and go do it. Make sure you're doing it every time that it's going on. Um, Make it as if you're going to church, that you have to be there. Um, it's going to enrich your life big time. Trust me. When I got out of a really nasty relationship, I remember going straight back to mixed martial arts, to the gym I was a member of, and hitting the gym, Planet Fitness as well. So I had my strength training. I had all kinds of shit going on, and I loaded myself up with all these things I love to do, and it really drowned out that person. And I was doing something good for myself, so it's win-win. The next pointer I have for you guys is to work on improving yourself, which the last pointer I had kind of ties into this. Um, because when you are involved in activities and stuff, you are improving yourself, you're improving your mental health, recovering emotionally. But to take it a step further, work on improving yourself in all areas. Look at this thing as a way to get better, and not that you are inadequate, but we always can become better versions of ourselves. Always, it's an everlasting, perpetual process. And so, um, like I said, don't look at it, don't take it as though you weren't good enough, and that's why you're doing this. But just look at it as a way of just being that much better than what you were before. I remember I was with a girl early on in high school, and I remember her um, kind of like, mocking my intelligence at the time because I wasn't really intelligent when I was, 18 or whatever I was. I had street smarts, but that was about it. But I remember it definitely um, left me with a way of thinking and an insecurity, I guess you could say, and it just made me think, she thinks I'm not really intelligent. Yeah, okay, I'll show her. Although she's not going to be in my life, I am going to become way more intelligent. And the funny thing is, I've been messaged by her through MySpace a long time ago, and then maybe a month or two ago on Facebook. And she's tried at least 3 different times to interact with me, and I totally cold shouldered her ass because that's what happened when we were young. She did it to me. Not that I have a grudge, that's all dead and gone, but no need to bring back old skeletons. So, um, the third pointer I have for you guys is refrain from seeking healing through getting into another relationship. It's natural for us to feel discarded, and so we automatically want to feel wanted again, and we want to get back into a relationship immediately and hope that this new person we're getting involved with will be everything that we need to heal, and they're going to help with the healing process. It doesn't mean it can't happen, but more times than not, and from personal experience, I can tell you right now, all it's ever done for me is it caused me to cheat the person out of the full me, the best version of me, because I was still hung up on the other person. And so I wasn't even ready for a relationship. And it's also not doing you any good because you're still hung up on that person. So even when you're out with this new person, there are things that are reminding you of this old, this ex that you had. So you could be sitting at a coffee shop and a song comes on, and that's it. It doesn't matter who's sitting in front of you. You get warped right back to, a time and place when you and that girl were listening to, or that guy were listening to a song. So don't do it to yourself or to another person. Just focus on yourself, on healing and getting well. And then when you're ready, go on and get involved in a relationship. Fourth pointer I have for you guys is immerse yourself in a passion. If you don't have a passion, find one. I think we can all be passionate about something. We just have to find it if we don't have one in our lives that we notice as a passion. That we can identify with as a passion. So, get immersed in a passion. Passions fill huge gaps in our lives. My writing alone, I can tell you right now, without it, I'd almost feel like my life didn't have nearly as much meaning. I love my family. I have a great family. I have a great circle of friends, very strong, loyal circle of friends, the best any person could ask for. But aside from family and friends, this is what grounds me, is my writing and mixed martial arts and working out, going to the gym. Those three things, aside from my family and friends. So I'm really blessed, but I'm just saying, find a passion. Find as many passions as you can find. Because they're going to just enrich your life immensely. Fifth pointer, never put anyone on a pedestal. Nobody is perfect, not even close to being perfect. And there are going to be some strengths that you possess that person doesn't possess. So, nobody shits gold. Everybody is imperfect and has their own flaws and has their own hang-ups and has their own issues. And so there's no reason why we should be like ranting and raving about somebody like they're a god or something. Nobody deserves that kind of praise. You can respect somebody, you can talk them up to an extent, but you don't need to act like they're some kind of god or goddess, all right? It just makes you feel reliant on that person. Then it reinforces this idea in your head that these people are almost perfect, and without them, what would you do? And you can't ever put yourself in a position like that. You just become vulnerable. And the last pointer I have for you guys, the sixth one, is to interact with friends who have no mutual connection to your ex. So if they're friends of you and your ex, you can't be interacting with them. Not like that. Not about her or him. That's still a connection there. That you want to sever yourself completely from this person. There's a reason they're no longer in your life. There's a reason they cut you off, and you don't want somebody to want you, or you don't want somebody to be with you when they don't want you. That's, you want somebody to want you. That's really what you want. So if you realize that they don't want you, you need to move on. Anyways, guys, they are my pointers. Thank you all for tuning in to this episode. If you have enjoyed the episode and feel you have benefited from this, please be sure to like it, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I will see you all on Wednesday. Later.